Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So first up, we're gonna talk about Deion Sanders. If you don't know, he's been coaching at Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
That's in Alabama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jackson State, D1 school. Was it D1 or D2?
D2.
D2 school. He's been there for about 3 years. I think he's won the last two out of 3 championships in the SWAC, the Southwestern Athletic Conference. He's been doing a great job. He recently decided to take his talents to South Beach and go to Colorado and coach for the D1 school over there. And he's getting a little flack right now because of his decision to move from a historical black college to PWI.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your thoughts? Like, or what are some of the things he's done like to help HBCUs? Because I know while he was there, he gave up like half his money, his salary, whatever. That I had just recently found out to go towards like the facilities, or whatever.
Facilities and his employees.
Yeah, like he's done a lot of good.
And
he's
some
done
of the food and stuff too.
The food?
I think so. From that thing you sent me.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The food. I think interest in high profile students wanting to go play there all across HBCUs.
It's the attention that he brought.
Yeah, the spotlight.
The sponsors that they got, that they under their schools on the contract for. He just changed the identity of what a HBCU can do and what you can have there. You can have success or the type of notoriety that you can have at these bigger schools.
Right.
I think that's the big thing too, and also the enrollment that he also brought in from the fire.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so my thing, like I wish Deion like the best success, because he is in a position to, I guess, show what a black coach can do in a D1 division and a more high profile school. Yeah. So I wish him all the success. And that's that man's move. That's what he decided to do. I'm not gonna question why he decided to do it. He said he got a mission. Then I wish him all the success, because either way, I think his success means success for us in a way. Yeah. But with that said, I do think we could evaluate his moves and see like the impact that these left, and like, because I was like asking you the other day, in a grand scheme of things, like how much does that mean to HBCU? Because my thing is kind of what you were saying about not needing more black leaders. Not saying that he is a black leader, but he kind of was in that situation.
Yeah.
Because partly the problem with that is the benefits of that is you get somebody to rally behind, you get you galvanized. But we see in history when those people get taken away or they leave or they switch sides, a lot of times the energy goes with them and it dies down. Also, for me, it's the optics of maybe using like black institutions or black culture as like a stepping stone. Not saying that's what he's doing, but I'm saying that the optics of it, just to get to a higher state with like, and like bring that spotlight that you brought. Now their attention is going to this predominantly white school. And then it's partly for me, if we want to build our own up and like really support black, do we keep like going to like using black institutions like that and then just going off and taking that spotlight and that attention somewhere else? Because I don't think they'll get the same look. Jackson State will get that same look without Deion's star power. I think once those contracts are going up there won't be enough bringing attention to where those sponsors may see like a benefit in like renewing those contracts, unless Deion keeps his hand in it and like, I'm still connected to the school. Make sure y'all take care of them boys. Okay. So it's like, for me, it's like, I wish him the best success. I don't fault him for doing that. He still has the opportunity to do something great for the culture on that stage. But it's also moving forward, like what would be the best way to handle a situation? Because I think the NCAA, like, I think those like top schools can handle like 3 years of like losing top recruits, but like, can they handle like 10 years? Like how much attention would come if he would have stayed for like 10 or 15 years, and like what that would have done for the culture and how he could have progressed through the system and like maybe became like a bigger symbol. Like the dude, what's his name? Like the Van Lathan was talking about, Eddie Robinson Sr., the dude who coached Southern Grambling for like 40 years or something. Yeah. And he won so much that they like put the Bayou Classic on TV or something like that. Yeah. Like over time, what his impact would have been bigger than what it was right now. Because I think right now it may just like be kind of a blip.
Okay.
But it shows potential of what could be.
Which is what he said he was going to do. To your point about what I said about the black leaders, you're right. We don't, and he really is not a black leader, especially with the way he's doing it. He's showing you what he set a standard, which is also something that he want to do. So it opens the door for other black coaches or other coaches who want to come and feel like they can get the notoriety here at HBCU. So he did that. He's an example. And that's what a lot of times our coach needs. He needs an example that we can do this or can move through these spaces. His thing is to change the identity of a black coach.
With that, but do you think his star power lent to like
absolutely
the attention you can
absolutely
get? Like could like a regular black coach, like because like Eddie Robinson Jr. been there for
that's
how long?
That's why it's more noise around Deion because he did do that because the spotlight was on him so much. It showed that because that spotlight was on him and everything he did was to a T. Like everything he did was criticized, or every little thing that he did that's not that big of a big deal. It showed that not only did he survive, but he thrived in that area, and so can other people who want to come to those schools.
Now,
so other coaches with like big names that can come to their schools and coach and feel like they can win and get their start there and move on up.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Now, does that hurt or help us? Like if it becomes
because it definitely helps because throughout the more that those coaches come there, the more that those students come there, and the better those schools get because of the sponsors, because of the name, because of the D1 prospects, because of the #1 recruiting stuff. Over time, it does help.
I would think it help, but my one thing you said was like you can come to these schools and then leave.
That's what I'm saying.
It's the leaving part. Is like if you come to these schools and you rechange the culture and like I guess you get paid better. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's would be better versus like the stepping stone method of just coming to these schools and then showing you can coach and then going to a PWI or a bigger school.
That's what I'm saying. The more that the coaches get there and then win and show that that's bringing in money and more students to more #1 recruiters.
Yeah.
So the more people that come there, the better those schools get, and to the point where it's not a stepping stone.
Now it's the stage.
Now it's equal to everything.
What's the time?
I can't give you that.
Yes, that's why I'm concerned about because if you're looking at the optics, it's like okay, Deion came, now Deion's left, so you may see that blueprint of what somebody else can do coming in if you want to be a big name. But it's like in that meantime, will that interest die down, or will they just always have that?
I don't think it'll die down because it's been shown that you can be successful here. And if you do want to use that as a stepping stone, you can. So you can, and when you do that, you're also helping the school because it's something they weren't gonna get before.
Anyway. So you might as well go there and help them, even if that is your plan.
Yeah,
I think if you do that, I think you should be transparent about your goals.
That's what I like about Deion. Yeah. He was. They asked him. He told them, "I will entertain it."
But is that the same as kind of saying that you interested in doing it, but that's not the same as I'm gonna do this.
But it shows you, hey, I will.
It shows you his
But he already, and then also behind it.